Hello, this is Team Fairness, Church of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs. Our purpose is twofold. Telepathically contact God or extraterrestrials or we are here to help and not harm. We want to bring about the World Fairness Agreement. So the two purposes are to contact God, a servant of God, and or extraterrestrials that are benevolent and want us to establish the World Fairness Agreement. So those beings that are aware of this communication, that want to assist in uniting humans telepathically for the purpose of establishing the World Fairness Agreement. Those beings are welcome. Everyone that has the intention of helping and not harming is invited. So, disregard any mental criticism that you might experience, because we will experience opposition to what we're doing by those that don't want us to be successful. Don't respond to any conflict. Keep a silent mind. I like to create silence for 5 seconds. If I get disturbance, I have like this default practice. Stop all thoughts for 5 seconds. And often that's all you need to do to gain victory over the conflict, because they know you can do that and you know how to not respond. Don't respond to any conflict. Keep a silent mind. Okay, we're asking for a number from 1 to 10 digits, to be told to us by God, servants of God, or extraterrestrials that can communicate telepathically a number from 1 to 10, so that we are all on the same page. It will tell us the same number, so we just listen. I could think of a number myself, but what I want to do is just listen. So I'm hearing some various numbers. Now, you're going to possibly hear a very quiet, almost so quiet you can't hear it in your mind. Try to listen to that, because I think that's it. I think that's what we're trying to develop, the ability to listen to that that quiet voice, that quiet inner voice, or telepathic thought. It's not really a voice, depending on your definition. Sound is not involved. It's direct telepathic communication. So I just heard 7 from my spirit guide. So you might hear a number. If you do, great. So we just keep working on that. So we start this is going to be like an ongoing YouTube structured video. When I was making a note with my Google Docs, it typed in from AI, launch YouTube. out of the blue. It didn't even hardly match the words that I was saying. And I was like 50 yards from the front door when it told me to launch YouTube with the mistype of Google Docs voice to text. I've had that happen many times, so I pay attention to the wrong words that's typed by voice to text. Not extreme attention, just some attention. Just notice it, and then I go on about my business or what I'm trying to accomplish. So, we're here to help and not harm. We don't want to harm anyone. We want to help everyone. And we want to get the world to agree to stop doing others wrong. I'm going to go silent and see if I'm told anything that my spirit guide wants me to communicate. I'm hearing some various messages or communication. For me at this point, it's like a two-way ongoing conversation with me and my spirit guide. And I'm not sure, it doesn't seem like there's anything that my spirit guide wants to say at this point. It told me directly, it wants me to explain nothing. Of course, it's not possible to explain nothing because there's not anything there to explain. And this is what my spirit guide wants me to talk about. And I'm assuming that it is. Spirit guide wants me to explain how reality itself can be actually not be anything. So it's like an illusion. It's very real, it's substance, it's material, it's physicality, it's mind also. And it's not an illusion, it's real. But it's an illusion that at the root of it, it's something. That's the illusion. We think it's something at the root of it, and at the root of it, it might not be anything at all. So science talks about how a universe can happen from nothing in the quantum field. Particles can come into existence and then go out of existence so quickly that there's no violation of conservation of energy. It's like it borrows and then pays back so quickly that it doesn't even register that it borrowed something. But that's enough to create a universe. That's kind of the idea. It's like the teaching that God creates us from nothing. We're created from nothing. So see, that's a very similar idea. How can God create from nothing? Well, God can do that, right? Because God knows how. So that's fine if you believe there's a separate theistic type God that creates everything. The problem is, why does God have bad things happen? That's the problem with believing there's a God that does everything. So the other viewpoint is like the Sikh religion, Ikankar. it's the oneness. It's everything is one thing, and it just does what it does. And the trick is to be able to accept everything and be listening for guidance. And we are enabled to create a great future. And we learn how to live the life where we can be living instead of the one that's happening that's gone wrong. So we'll be able to change the world by people practicing fairness, truth and fairness. That's what we practice. So share this with a friend, many friends, and see if we can get some demonstration of telepathic oneness. For example, where I'm at, maybe I decide to think, once in a while we can think what the number is, or someone else will, and then I'll hear it. So we keep that to a minimum. So it's mostly listening, but occasionally we say one number from 1 to 10, just once, and then wait for a return, like an echo of that number in your mind. So all around the world, we could have several, probably all digits will be thought of, and we'll create a unity in that local area where the person is that has some ability, where there's a person that has telepathic ability, a person that has a real connection to this greater power. That's where it comes from. It comes from the greater power, the non-human intelligence, God or extraterrestrial, or both, or possibly neither. We don't really know. So share this idea, and if we can get this to be heard by a lot of people, and people all around the world are trying this, we'll see if we get some results in bringing about truth and fairness, to empower truth and fairness so that we can enable the agreement, the World Fairness Agreement, to happen. Okay, so if this works, we'll start making Zoom meetings and talking back and forth about whatever's on our mind as a group. And we can have physical meetings where people physically meet that are part of Team Fairness, Church of Fairness. See, they meet at the same place. But some people, they choose to call it secular, and some people choose to call it religion. It doesn't matter. Our purpose is the same. So if you can argue that there's more than one truth to everything, I'm talking the total of all facts. There's one truth. There's one thing. So if you add something to that, that's included in the one thing. You see what I'm saying? So this is logically, I don't think it can be refuted. But you're free to try, If the conversation starts getting too much one person talking, this is why we have the 1 minute method. So when we go to 1 minute method, each person only can talk for 1 minute. What if I want to have silence for 1 minute? I get to do that. So I'm asking the whole group to not speak for 1 minute, and I'm not going to, unless I choose to. The person that has their minute going on can talk or be silent as much as they choose to. It's the silences. This is where we hear. If we're always doing something, we don't hear the oneness doing something. So anyway, we'll see if this works, and share it with friends, many friends, and see if they can get some contact with God or extraterrestrials that are benevolent, that want us to stop fighting wars and fighting against each other. This is what they want. Thank you.